how we start. It's like one of these. Just wait. Sample Sunday. I actually picked a sample before the stream. It's a big thing. I don't know when I've done that before. So, yay. What? Oh, hey, what's going on? Greetings. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Ow. How are you? Can't hear you. You have to type. This is a sample I've had sitting in front of me for a while. For the record, I have quite a few. Like, they're in front of me because of my mental stuff. I have to know they are there, because if I put them out of my line of sight, they will disappear into the void. I don't want that. No want. Ow. Let's say hi to people. Five fingers. Hello. In here first, as per usual. Sugar Kitty is multitasking tonight, as usual. Also as usual. We'll put everything moved. Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge. Hello. Welcome. Cheers. John Kratz. Hello. Welcome. Cheers. Zen Boot. Oh my god, everything keeps moving. Thank you for being here. I can't keep up. Zen Boot, hello. Mute. I'm assuming that meant mute. Papa KillCo's here. Hi, Dad. Hope you're doing well. You might have. I mean, it's been a minute. The problem is, like, it's tape. It's like Scotch tape with writing. Is this your handwriting? Is the real question. Looks better than mine. What? Found a past whiskey. Hi. How are you? How is everyone? Please let me know if you're drinking tonight. It doesn't matter what it is. I just don't like to drink. Hello. Rob Smith, hello. What is happening? Why are so many people here? I'm not complaining. I'm just going, what? Whiskey on the West Coast. Hello. Welcome. So here we go. First Music Maestro. Damn it, I swear. That's too loud because I was listening to the music loud today. Blow everyone's ears out. I don't know who might have a headset on. Although, if you do have a headset on, people don't want that happening. Also, let me start with the thing. We'll chit-chat. If you didn't hear, Sarah from Miss Bourbonite won an award. Spirit influencer? Spirit online? I forget exactly what it was. But, she won. And I kind of knew she would when I heard she was nominated. So I decided to inebriate myself. That won't do this, but after the stream maybe. I'm trying to finish this bottle off. And because it's one of the best stickers I have, and it's that low, I've been meaning to get rid of this for a while. I'm going to drink it tonight. Celebration. Their stream starts right after mine, so it all just kind of clicked. Love it. Oh my god, please don't get lost. But good on you, man. I need to take more walks. I just don't like walking around where I live. Too many houses. I'm a little bit paranoid. Well, it'll be a mystery. Oops. Put stuff up. It's not going to be very stable. And my camera hates me, so. This signature is yours. Please stand up. If not, that's cool too. 59.8%. 59.8% by the way. Huh. I was tempted to pour something else beforehand, but since I want to just go in with this as is. I've tried it before, apparently. I didn't think I had. We'll see what happens. I probably tried a little for some reason. I have no idea why. But I'm curious, because it's been long enough for me to forget I opened it at all. It's a brown one, so I didn't notice. Until just now. Well, I picked it, so we're doing it. And that actually makes it a little more sensible pour. Hey, here's a good thing. Don't forget to reuse and recycle these, folks. They're very important. Now here's the hard part. Getting anything off these bottles. With Scotch tape, it should be pretty good. Like, it's a doable thing. As long as it hasn't been pressed on there too hard. But lately, over the past few years, everyone who donates sample has gotten very, very, very good at it. Like the label makers. I use a label maker for my samples. But that's high. Whoa. So this is peated, by the way. You've never had Caol before. Caol? Did we go over this last night? Friday night. Caol. Cool. Might have. She's got something. She's got a Caol pick of some sort. It's over there. Old something. Anyway, sorry. That's not mine. That's the bottle I'm going to be bringing down to Texas, which is coming up absurdly fast. I don't know about you, and I said this what felt like a week ago. The months go by too quickly. I don't like it. I am just getting used to the fact that it's August, and now it's going to be September. It's not just me. I know it isn't. But it's driving me bonkers. I can't. It's like we're going downhill, and I can't stop it. Kalila. Oh, I thought I was saying it wrong. There's no L. I mean, there's an I and an L. Hell. Kalila. The Gaelic pronunciation. Well, that's just my Irish heritage coming through. Kalila. You both got it. Kalila. Old Particular. That's the one. That's the one. Right over there. You can't see that. Oh. Do not move your shoulder quickly, Brian. Okay. Mr. Jiggs, hello. Cheers. Welcome. Please. I'm seeing so many names. It's making me so... I don't really feel happiness. Glad. Glad's a good one. For everyone being here. Please remember to do the thing that the YouTube algorithm overlords want you to do. Subscribe and like and all that. I feel like most of you are already subscribed. You gotta say both. It's a thing. I don't like doing it, if I'm being blunt. But it's the only way to remind people. I forget all the time. I usually try to remember. I usually make it the first thing I do. Like I go into a live stream and push the dang button. Same thing with videos I watch where I'm really into it, like Whiskey Vault. Which I can go in any day. Except it's in Texas. So here we go. Let's start with the color here. Look at that. Peated scotches like to do this thing. I'm going to assume there's no color added for this. If there is, they did it wrong. But it looks glorious. I love seeing that kind of lighter color. It usually tells me it's not been messed with, for one thing. And I already have a hint of it when I open the damn thing. So I know there's some peatiness to it. And I've found that a lot of scotches that have not been messed with, that are peated, do this to make themselves look misleading. I'm trying to think of some other kind, like an animal reference where it looks very tame and cute, and then you go up to it and it rips face off. There's something like it. Like it doesn't look it does look harmless, and then you get near it and it kills you, or at least surprises you. IBs. Subscriber like until the very end. I blank like a deer in the headlights on that part. Yeah, I'm not great at it. That's why I have the button. Since I don't like saying it all the time, it's one of those like, oh, I remind myself I have that button, and then I click the button and then I'm done. Then I have to, the idea is to do it every 15 to 30 minutes. It doesn't work. I don't do that. I try to get it in at the beginning and near the end. That's all I can do. The beginning is nice when a lot of people are here, you know? And it's also a night where I'm actually doing a topic for once. Usually it's just Sample Sunday and... Whoa! Oh, remember, I didn't like this one too much. Of course, that explains why it's just sitting there. It's a peatedness, but it's got this... It's like a pear note, like a ripe pear. Elmer's Glue? This is a weird one. This is one of those scotches that makes me go, ah. Well, funny thing is I like Caol. Maybe it's because it's 8 years old and the one I like is more than that. What is the one I like? Caol. Got it. The Caol 16, 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. to sub like Treon. Yes. Oh yeah, I have a Patreon. The other thing I was supposed to say. Hi. And a podcast for the Patreon. I didn't want to make a podcast, by the way, but the Patreon got rid of lenses. And I still want a way to talk to patrons, like semi-normal-ish, without having to make a whole video or do a live stream. So that's it. If you have a better solution, please let me know. Because having a podcast thing on Spotify where it's just me talking to myself about what's going on, it feels weird. But I'll do it. Thanks, Patreon, for getting rid of the lenses. Which didn't work very well in the first place, so that's alright. Typical Diageo. Chill, filtered, muted. Whoa, everything moved again. Chatcast, yeah. That's all it is. I tried to make them short, too. Since lenses were all like 10 seconds or something like that. They were short. Making it 5 minutes is best I can do. I could go longer. If you haven't noticed, I can ramble. May, it's one of the little tricks. It's one of the bonuses I have for doing live streams. I can just go on about whatever because my brain doesn't seem to sit still very long to stay on topic. Like this. I should be talking about this. There's like a gasoline note. This has that malty note I don't like. It's a weird malt. It almost feels like it's sour. I was trying to remember what the Caol like is. I don't know. I have too many bottles over there. I don't know where it is. Unless it's over there. I don't know where it is. It was in a tube. I tried to take stuff out of the tubes though. They're getting away. What's the other Caol? Is it 16? It's some weird number. 13? Oh man, it's bothering me. It might be Oban. I might be thinking about Oban. I know there's an Oban. Caol. Not sure now. Everything is mixing together in my brain. I don't know anything now. I will say it's opening up a little bit. I'm getting like a... Oh, that note I've gotten before. What the heck is it called? I said this like last week. It's a seaweed that you use for sushi. And Sugar Kitty knows the word. And they told me what it was. Yes, Oban 14. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, thank you. I don't know. There's a similarity in between these, but Oban 14 is the one that I like. And this one is the one that goes, ah. I'm trying to think of the name of that damn seaweed. But I don't eat sushi very often. If anything, I've had sushi maybe 5 times in my life. I like it, I just don't go out to eat it. Usually because it's expensive. And it would probably be pretty good around here. Be in the ocean state. Island. Yeah, that's what made me think it was related to this, because 8 years really random. Tater Dom, hello, welcome to the show. I still need to send you your list, don't I? I didn't do that. Did you email me? Because if you did, then that's my fault. If you didn't, that's your fault. Because I can't remember during streams. Everything blanks out. The stream ends. It's like, I've forgotten everything I just did. It's great. Ugh. Leela. I've heard Roy talk about Aquavite talk about this. I know he says Kalila, but for some reason when I read it, when I look at the words, which I got rid of, I see Kolaila. Kalila. Okay. It's your fault, Tater. I will try to remember, but it would help if you emailed me. Just be like, hey, send it. It's like, okay. I have it. I just have to copy paste it. 15 and 8. Whoa, everything moved again. 15 and 18. Kalila. Normal Kalila is 12. Alright. I'm not sure if I've ever had the 12. The problem with doing a lot of whiskey stuff is you don't remember any of it. That's why I do these videos. Well, not these. This is a live stream. But I do videos so I can go back someday, in theory, I've never actually had to do this. But I'll have to start eventually, is going back to stuff I tried once before, early on, 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. Speaking of, next month is this channel's channelversary, officially. You can go back further to maybe 5-6 years ago, maybe, when I first started getting into whiskey, but that didn't count. That was my initial kind of going with it, and drinking whatever on my own. Not Jack Daniels, no, not Jack Daniels. Johnny Walker. Early on, I went kind of the Scotch path initially, so you can look at those. But I officially decided to start doing this as I can't say business, hobby that I do on the internet 4 years ago. So 4 years ago will be next month. This is the first. I said the actual start of next month because, and this was just kind of an odd coincidence. It's a National Bourbon Heritage Month, something weird like that. So there'll be a lot of bourbon going on next month. Don't worry, plenty of it. And it's less expensive than Scotch. Whoa. I haven't even had a sip yet. Ooh, prick. That was sharp. Young Independent CS Kalila is great. Nori, yes, that's the stuff. The seaweed for sushi wrapped. Yes, yes, you did. I remembered that, Sugar Kitty. I remembered that you told me what it was. I did not remember what it was, though. That will keep happening. It probably happened about 7 times. Maybe. I feel like I've said it before, too. So there's a nori note. Dried seaweed. I almost said, well, it's like someone's taking nori and they're throwing it in a fire. And that's near the beach. That's what's happening. They're taking seaweed and they're throwing it. They're using it as dried seaweed and they're using it as fuel for a fire. Campfire. But there's something else, and it's bothering me because it's something I don't like very much. What's funny is I as soon as I smelled this, I was like, oh, I remember trying this. I didn't like it. I didn't like the nose. I don't remember about the palate. Because there's something very specific, and this is the thing I've talked about before with the scotches I've had. There's a certain type of scotch, a malt thing that happens where it comes off all wrong for me. I like plenty of sweet scotches, Speysides. I like some Highlands. I don't remember exactly what this one was. You guys probably know what Kalila is. Yes, Mr. Great Shot. We're Scotchy Scotch. It's in the title. I'm worried about taking the first sip since I haven't had any whiskey today, and this is almost 60%. Woo. Uh-oh. Tater Tom's causing trouble. Dumpster fire, but a nori fire is new to me. It's new to me, too. But it makes sense. Sometimes I get that dried seaweed thing. But because of the weird peat note on this, it's a sweet peat. It's not awful. It's not heavy. It's not Ardbeg or Lafroig. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, there you go. Zenbooth, I think you got it. It's this weird rubbery note. But it's not like rubber. It's not tire. But Band-Aid, that weird smell, I can absolutely get. Bandage smell. Even bandages have a weird smell if you think about it. Ah! Thank you, Sugar Key. That is a clue. That might be what seems familiar. Other than the fact that I think I had a little sip of this before and I wasn't a huge fan. Pine tar. That sounds terrible. But it could be. Oh God, there's something really just sharp. If I get in too deep, it just goes, yeah. Oh, the music is rad, man. I'm loving it. I feel like I'm in a lounge. That's the idea. This is loungy. Hey, I noticed I didn't turn that off. Okay. Do it. See if you have any Kalila. We were just talking the bottle I'm bringing to you, actually. Jesus. I don't even know what that is. That keeps going, like jabbing at my nose. All right, I've been sniffing this thing for 20 minutes. Let's have a sip. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for being here. And again, if you're just showing up, and also let me know what you're drinking. Doesn't matter what it is. Water, soda, vodka, tequila, whiskey, anything. I don't like to drink alone. And right now I'm in my apartment alone. So if you can help me out with that. Oh yes, and of course, God, I haven't said this in ages. You can get in touch, KillCo77@hotmail.com, if you would like to send samples or donate a bottle or donate cash for a bottle. Like if you have anything specific you want me to try, bottle-wise or sample-wise, you can email me and we'll talk about it. It's an option I keep forgetting to talk about because I have so many damn samples already and the bottles already, but I'll make sure that's out there in case anyone wants to do anything specific. And also, I have a lot of Irene Tan bottles nearby, which I like very much. Pine tar from waterproof coating old ships. Wow. That's a good one. All right, drink the whiskey, Brian. I forgot what proof it was. Holy moly. I got a asphalt taste and also pain. It was very surprising because I was taking a sip and thinking of something completely different. And it was like, hey, pay attention. First sip, though, can't think about it too much. Other than, hi, hello, how are you? I almost did that once at Booth. That's what I was going to say. Still have that in front of me right now. So maybe next Sunday we'll see. These are possibilities. I thought about doing a poll. Come on. I thought about doing a poll too, but that's more work I have to do. Liquid Treasure Secret Highland peated type cask. 2154. But Jimmy Jazz. That's so good. Jimmy Jazz has quite the collection too. Like more than mine, absolutely. And probably a lot more expensive bottles. Don't tell me anything, Zenbu. I have the other one. I've done the first two, and the other one is a. I could have done this, but now I'm nervous. Come on, Coolila, do it. There we go. I should have done this. Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. Oh my gosh, give it to me. If anyone ever wants to give me a Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottle, please do. I've had a number of things from them, and they're all incredible. It's ridiculous. I wish it wasn't such a little club where you need lots of money to be in it, but I've tried some, and I can still get in the vault, so. Oof. It's silky. Kind of ashy. Like the mid palate is ashy. It's kind of sweet. A little bit of a vanilla sweetness, a little prickly. Oh, now it's drying out my tongue. Only a little. That was going to be worse than that. Like the B word. What are you talking about? Could be a Kalila head-to-head. That's an option. Then I have to change the title. And what I want to do is I want to roll out of here with the this in my glass. Springbank 12, cast strength. Brought home from Caol. Oh, you're back home now? Oh, good. Are you back home now? I'm making assumptions. See why it's hard to find now. Yes. Yes, I don't even have a bottle of that. I haven't officially looked for it. So there's that. But if I see it, I imagine it's always out of my price range. Like I look at it and go, like $70 or more. I've made exceptions. There's one exception I'm thinking of making to add to my current debt, which is way too much money. That I'm looking. It's one that caught my attention, one that caught my eye, and as you'll notice, there's a lot of red wax back here, and there's a new red waxy thing out there, which I can't remember what it's called. Is it an age statement? Maker's Mark? Is that what it is? I feel like it is. You tell me. My brain keeps track of some things, but it doesn't do it very well, so there's always little pieces missing. There's a new Maker's Mark thing. I think it's an age statement. I'm not sure. Feels like that's right, but I don't know. Home in the Texas heat. Oh, yeah, you're in an oven. No, you're broiling, probably. You're not just in an oven. You're in an oven, and they have the broiling temperature on. Have fun with that. Ugh. We had some rain just a little while ago. Like 2 days, no, yesterday, the night before, recently. Back into the spring break 12. They all great. Vary quite a bit in profile. It's not very sweet. There's a little bit of sweetness. Like a biscuit cookie, almost. Except it's covered with seaweed and peat and ash. Delicious. 108. Oh. Why? That kills things. Like animals and birds and stuff just die in that type of temperature. Like, nope. Good grief. Holy macaroni. Mora, mora, mora. No. Ugh. Liquid Treasure's really hot on those. Brura. Brura. I don't know what's happening. It's cloudy here, and it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know. Alright, so the nose of this is misleading. The palate's pretty good, but it's still more aggressive. And I imagine part of that is just the proof, which was 59 point... I don't remember. It's in the title. You can tell me 59.3, 2, 6, something like that. It's in between 1 and 9. Oh, I don't think it's 1 though. Whew. You're right, Simba. You convinced me. You twist my arm, you son of a... Actually, no, I can't. Damn it. I'll save that for next week, if I remember. Because that'll be interesting. But I do have this. And there's a sample I poured last night, but it was too late. I didn't want to finish it and go to sleep with, you know, extra whiskey just in my system. So I have that. Don't remember what it is. Oh, wait, no, I do know what it is. Crap, I don't have it written down. It's a Canadian one, Sugar Kitty, the one you gave me, the Canadian B, I think it was, from your blind flight. I opened that up and tried some of it, but it was also at, 11 o'clock. And then I thought I should probably just not drink the rest of that and save it for later, which I'm doing. I'm saving it for later. It's very sweet. This is very peaty. But it's the sweet peat now. It's like it's unfolding nicely. Shelter Point, yes, I think that's what it is. If you say it is, that's what it is. Vancouver, 34 Celsius. Oof, damn, and everything's on fire. Oh, great. I can work with that whiskey on the West Coast. It is technically, son of a bitch, 23 degrees Celsius here. I know that because I looked at my phone, which I have in Celsius because that's what it should be. Except here in America. Everywhere else, Celsius. Here, no, Fahrenheit. All right. I'm going to try to drink the rest of this slightly quickly. Yeah, it's a little aggressive right at the start. And then it unfolds into that ash note. A little bit of vanilla sweetness. It's not overly complicated. But it's nice. I think it feels a little young. Like knowing it's 8 years and me being so accustomed to just older Scotch in general. When I think of Scotch, I think of 12 years or more. Or 10 at minimum. And that's also Like 10 minimum for scotches is what is in my head. I don't do that on purpose. And then it's also in my head as kind of the border stop for bourbons. Like 10 years old, you should probably just, it's fine. You're good. Because those go out from 2 to 4 years easily. So it's one of those weird little coincidences that bourbon, I think 10 years and you can cut it. And then scotch, you start at 10 and go from there. Wow, I still can't remember what the heck that freaking Maker's Mark thing is. I know, what's his name? Thing guy. Fred Minnick? Yeah, Fred Minnick did a video on it, I think. Something crossed my line of sight for a moment, and I got distracted. But that was reminded me of it, and I have to go looking for it now, and I really don't want it. I'm not going to be able to find it easily. But I know at least a few good stores that have a selection nearby. Problem is I don't have any money. But I also don't know what the price would be. I'd like it to be under 100. That'd be cool. But I've heard it could be 150, which not so great. 54.1 ABV. That's the children running down the hallway. That's your whiskey or whatever it is. I forgot what you said. Springbank? Yeah. As this opens up and just sits in the glass, it actually becomes more pleasant. Initially, it was pretty rough. Swirl it around a little more. And I mean on the nose. The palate's still kind of punchy. And not because of the alcohol. Well, I don't think. Try that again. And most importantly, the palate, the texture was really nice. Yes, distilled, brewed, and reviewed. Hi, welcome. Yeah, it's a weird little coincidence in my head. Although it helps me remember things with scotch and bourbon. Like bourbon, it goes from here to here. Scotch goes from here and just keeps going, so apparently. I believe last stream we did talk about really old scotches. Or really old whiskeys, at least. I assume scotch. Like when I think about an old whiskey, I do not think bourbons. I think scotch. Wow. I think the oldest one I have, well, I'm almost certain of that, is the Irish. What's going on with my nose? Stop. The Red Breast 27, again, donated, did not buy it myself. That one has been, that's the oldest Irish I've ever tried, I think. Ooh, burning. So, which is surprising, almost. I mean, that's the oldest bottle I have at all. And I know it goes up from there, but that's the wild one. That's the wild card in my collection. It's just 27-year-old. What? 24, 60% ex-bourbon, and it's 40% sherry. Oh, man. Yay, Google. Oh, you might know that off the top of my head, but everything for me, shh. I said the words "jud" out loud, and it heard me. You go quiet. Stop it. You'll speak only what spoke. Well, I did speak to it, didn't I? Anyway. Interesting. Like some pat chat. Sure. Just don't touch me for real. I will freak out. I have a personal bubble, we'll say. Always. Like if I have people even near me, I can feel it. It's awful. I actually say I went out yesterday on a Saturday. I don't do that. I don't go out on the weekends. That's my thing. A weekend time is time for everyone else to do their thing. And during the week, less people are around, which I like. So then I'll go do stuff. But there was a special event going on about 45 minutes-ish away. Not too bad. And it was for John and Kelly, who do Working Man Distillery. So if you are in the area, you can't go there yet. Hold on. They do have a distillery, but they're in the middle of moving from Massachusetts to Rhode Island, moving it from Massachusetts to Rhode Island. And that is not a simple thing. State to state, nope. Laws, regulations, certificates, all that good stuff. But they were doing I don't even know what to call it. They brought their bourbon to a place that distills their own spirits. So the place is called Rhode Island Spirits. Easy. And they mostly make vodka and gin thus far. But so they don't make bourbon. But Working Man was there with their bourbon, pouring drinks for people. It was really good. You can see it on my Instagram because I'm there too. I'm everywhere. Thank you, Distilled Brew Me Dude. It was a gift. I did not buy it myself. A lot of bottles I have already get, but that one was especially fun. That was by Cliff Smith, who is in here sometimes, but he also travels a lot. And hold on, it's a whole story. You've triggered a trap card right now. I was helping Irene Tan, who is Whiskey Mentors with no E, Whiskey no E Mentors, and she has a lot of barrel picks and such. But she owns her own liquor store. She was doing the allocated thing, an allocated raffle, and I like Buffalo Trace. I really do. I like drinking their whiskey. I'm not happy about it. I like their stuff. I'm just not happy about all the BS that goes around their products, including Blanton's, including Eagle Rare and Weller and all that stuff being ridiculously expensive and secondary markets. It's the whole thing. Anyhow, we were at an event. I was helping out. Cliff was helping out. Irene was doing the names and calling out numbers and people coming up and picking stuff that was out there. A lot of expensive stuff, but the catch was you would pay retail, so MSRP, you would pay that, and there would be an extra charge. So I think it was $25 extra, and that would go to a charity. So you were still paying a little bit extra, but for a good cause. So that's a good thing to me. I mean, it's still weird, but that bottle was there, and I did not buy it. I was looking at a bunch of the bottles that were there. I'll be honest. I think the Weller 107 was one of them. I'm like, please don't take it, and it was gone immediately. As was the Weller 12. But Cliff, who was also there, bought that for me. Very generous. He knew I wanted one. He knew I wanted a silly-ass big bottle of Eagle Rare for no reason other than I like Eagle Rare. So, that's the long story about how I got that bottle. You're welcome. That was exhausting. Carrie at Rhode Island Spirit. Was she the owner? I don't know if I met her, but I knew the owner was there. I didn't talk to her at all. I was actually not really comfortable there. I'll be blunt. I was happy to be there and talk a little bit with John and Kelly, but it was really busy. I had 2 cocktails, and they were both delicious. It was an old-fashioned, and then I had something called John something. Again, a lot of this stuff gets posted on Instagram, so like the real life, out and about things often end up on Instagram. So if you ever want to go there, that's the place to do it. Oh, hello. It's a great shot. What are you doing? Thank you. I see that. Oh, thank you. I actually have a whole box of those that but I appreciate that. I do buy in bulk for the glass bottles. They're buried under a bunch of stuff. I haven't sent out any glass samples lately because I've been doing other stuff. Oh yeah, I did the raffle on Friday, which no one entered. But I'm not surprised because it's not whiskey. Back bottle. Yeah, but we were in the musical Hair together 10 years ago. Oh, nice. I know Hair. Hair's a good one. I might have talked right to her. There was one young woman I talked to about, unintentionally, John brought up the fact that that I'm whiskey sommelier and I have a YouTube channel. So I did mention it to someone and I gave him my card and all that fun networky stuff. And I had said, honestly, that I wanted to go to Rhode Island Spirits. It was on my to-go list on the Google Maps. But since it was mostly vodkas and gins, it wasn't something I was looking to do right now. So once it was like, hey, Bourbon will be here, and the people who own a distillery will also be there making drinks, I went, all right, that's a good enough reason. But I will likely go back there at some point. I don't know if they're continuing to serve the bourbon, like Working Man's Bourbon there. I didn't actually ask them that. I feel like that's the idea, is they'll have the bourbon now. But I could go back there for a gin. I didn't actually try their gin, and I was told it was pretty good. And I've had having a little bit more of an interest in gins for some reason. Irene Tan, I blame her too. Making me try new stuff. Got brandy over here. Got the stuff from this week's video over here, which is half empty already. I've shared it, so it's not just me, but it's also in a tiny bottle. It's condensating in the inside. Oop. Grabbed the wrong glass. Oh, and I will mention again, I'll be visiting its bourbon night after this. Sarah won an award. Pretty cool. Getting recognition from your peers and all that. I'm not really looking for that because that makes me uncomfortable usually. Carrie or Kara? I have Kathy. Kara Larson. I'll have to look at that. There's also, if you go to Working Man or Rhode Island Spirits, they should have some pictures that were taken at the event. I know Working Man does. I saw it on the Facebook or the Instagram or somewhere. And they have one of me being extremely antisocial looking. I had my sunglasses inside. I was like, I don't want people to see my eyes darting around and how uncomfortable I was in that crowd. And it was loud. Oh, it was loud. Ugh. There you go. That's where I went. There's a slight fruit note, like a berry. And it just goes into peaty dryness. And ash. Huh. I want to say it doesn't really drink like the proof, because it's not aggressive on my palate. But I can feel it going down for every single sip I've had. It's starting to get into my brain. That's what that means. No. I like my shirt on. Thank you very much. Oh. Hang on. Brian, what did you do? Why did you do that? Oh, I know what happened. Blech. I was actually trying to get stuff done earlier. You haven't noticed. I noticed just now. But can I do this without it making things weird? I think so. Hold on. I need a test here. Where the heck is it? Nope. There we go. Has anything changed just now? Do you see anything happening? I hope not. But just to make sure, I'm gonna do this quick. I have to open a folder and look for some files. What I'm doing right now. There we go. You see it? I'll see it. Something was missing because I moved the freaking file. Because I was trying to get things organized. Carrie B. Again, I might have talked to her. She might have been the person I actually talked to the most. Or not. Again, I only talked to about two other people. I talked to John and Kelly and then the bartender person who might have been this Carrie we're talking about. But that was it. She had purple hair. I remember that. And I know the owner was there, meandering about, doing stuff. Five Fingers never actually speaks. There's nothing there. Mistake. These are not the droids you're looking for. Oh, prickly. Ah, that assaulted my tongue. Oi, oi, oi. Water. Well, what I've learned is that I'm curious what this Caol will be like. I'm not drinking it now, but we're going from 8 years, I think, to 14, so almost double. I can math a little bit. Looking forward to that one. And the Klein Leash, honestly. Actually, wait, no, hold on. I'm looking forward to the Caol more. The Scotch Malt Whiskey Society thing. I like that stuff usually. There. I want to see if I can use this glass again. I think I can. Yeah, the water seems to have gotten rid of everything. It was, like I said, it wasn't overly peated. It wasn't intense peat. It was just a little bit. Just enough for me to know it's there. Be a little prickly. The prickly part of my tongue was wild. And I'm not sure if that was because of the peated note or because of the almost 60% bit, which is what I'm going for. But I don't know. So, you all get to see me make mistakes. Again, this is the... Get a good look. Hold on, there we go. Here's the shots you never take. And there's Sarah, looking awesome. There's Chad. Be Chad. It's Bourbon Night, New Noir, a dame to drink for. And once again, if you don't know what this is playing off of, it's Sin City, Frank Miller comic books. I love it. I have the whole like set over there. If you go back a year or two, I have, when the table was over there, you'll see the little collection I have. So I don't like, because this comes off very easily. It does make a noise though. Oh, there it is. This, finally, it's just so hot I gotta finish it with rocks. Well, okay, good to know. I'll brace myself for that. And that's only at 54? Wow. This one is... I'm also just kind of sidestepping this. I went from this Caol. Yeah, got it. Caol, which was 59 points. And this one is 59.2%. And as I said, you're about to see me make a mistake. I will regret it later. Don't do this. This one's 5 years, 4 months. And again, I'm drinking this tonight because Sarah winning an award. And I've been meaning to kill this bottle. I mean, look at this. This is sad. Look how sad this is. Sad. Makes me sad. Finishing this bottle also makes me sad. Sin City movie. I love the style. Never been a comic or graphic novel person, though. I would recommend, if you can find it, like go to Barnes & Noble or something. Or they might have it in libraries. I really don't know. It's all black and white. Like, the way they did the movie was almost exactly how the comic books are. So a lot of it was like frames. Like, there are very specific shots in that film. And a lot of them were because they were a exact duplicate of the comic book. Or graphic novel. Can't really call it a comic book. So give it a look someday. Yeah, it looks like rain. Again, if you haven't been here. When your bottle gets to this size, or there's barely anything left, we call that looks like rain because the Whiskey Tribe / Whiskey Vault has a... Well, you'll see what it is. I'm going to have to do it. About to start raining men. If this doesn't make sense to you, that's okay. It doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to. There we go. I think I'm done. You know what? This deserves a new glass. Let me go get one. I don't do the AFK thing really often, but you're about to see what it is. I hope it's not too loud. If it is, please tell me. BRB. Like I never went anywhere. Isn't that weird? This is actually, it's bourbon light glass, but it's one of their first ones. So it's been a rough shape. It's been to my washing machine, dishwasher few too many times. That would be weird if it was in my washing machine for laundry. Then it would probably not survive anything. Put the BRB in bourbon. Yes. Oh, geez. Come on out. Oh, good. It's exactly what I was hoping for. It's a nice, decent pour without too much craziness. It's raining men. Hallelujah. Oh, I actually could do it properly. Hold on. Amen. Thank you, Tater Dom. I made it myself. I just found a GIF of Buffalo Trace, pouring, and then I added the background music. and the text. So it wasn't overly complicated, but I do like it. And of course, I use Buffalo Trace because, like I said earlier, I like it, and I'm annoyed with it at the same time. This is bottled down. Fare thee well. Oh, Nulu bottle. I had this for probably 2 years or more. So it's about time. There's a couple others over there that I've done that might need to go soon. I have another Nulu. It's Bourbon Night keeps doing more picks if you're on their Patreon. But you should be on my Patreon. But you should be on theirs too. They actually do barrel picks. And there's something coming out soon that I was going to get. I forget what they said it was, but I'll let you know. There may or may not be another It's Bourbon Night pick coming up next month. Because there was one I didn't do, so getting them all done at once. Then I'll have them all open. For me. And you guys, of course. With that, oh my goodness, look at it. Look at how beautiful. Look at it, it's gorgeous. Oh my god. Thank you, Wisco. Maybe I'll just leave that up. I'll just put that up. You guys can just watch it. I also picked the music from, specifically from Whiskey Tribe stuff. There's a guy out there who early on, they used his music and everything. I think Roy actually uses some of his music for his videos, whenever he does them. But it's really good stuff. Really like chill, gives you a good vibe. I think that one might have been elevator music one. I forget. I can't hear it, so I forget which one it was completely. Oh my god. You can blame Brianna for that. She's been doing that kind of weird stuff. And I'm easily influenced and also a little bit wacky. Oh my gosh. I really like bourbon. I'm sorry, Scotch. You were a very interesting experience. But it was the kind of Scotch I don't really like. Ashy notes, weird malt. So it's not that I wouldn't drink it again. If someone gave it to me, I'd drink it. And I don't want to shit on it or anything. It's not a bad Scotch. It's just doesn't have enough to it. Isn't the sweet kind I like. The peat notes are more ashy. And it's a little punchy. Nothing serious. Still good though. As a Scotch goes. But there's a flaw. There's a thing here. A stipulation. This is MGP. Alright, that's another little unfortunate problem of mine. Yes, John McKellen. I like bourbon because it's cheaper. Blue Jay Way, hello. Welcome. It's chaos. It's only going to be a few more minutes. Again, It's Bourbon Night is going live after me. If Sugar Kitty or Zebu or somebody, if you can grab their link for their stream, toss it in here. You can just pop in and say congratulations to Sarah. Again, she won a Women of Whiskey award for Spirit Influencer. I think they use the word influencer, something like that. I think it was. Yours is the old particular though, but I think it's the same Kulila thing. I think it's over there. Again, I can actually see the bottle. Well, the tube. It's right next to my luggage case, so I will not forget it. I should probably put it in there, really. I have the actual hardcore luggage case for my bottles right there. So maybe I'll do that, because I'm bringing that, absolutely. Do it! Oh wait, no, me? No. You can do it. This is the 20, wait, 20, that's the wrong one. This is the 14. No, wait. Yes, 14. You know what? Let me show you guys. I'm not gonna do the BRB thing again. Actually, I will. You guys like it so much. So. I went too fast. It slid into my chair and it went whoop. There you go, Mr. Great Shot. You get to see yours in advance. Well, at least partially, unless you give me permission. Hold on. There we go. This is one of Irene Tan's pick, the old particular. Kolila. 12 years. Mr. Great Shot, do I have your permission to show the bottle? You don't have to. I mean, I do. It doesn't. You know what it is from this. I don't need to take the bottle out. I also don't want to do something to anyone else's stuff. This is yours, not mine. I'm just holding it for you. Ah, no. Make it weird, Brian. Yes. Cheers, everyone, again. Yes, tell him KillCo sent you. That's always weird, but funny. Yep, I can open it. Or yep, you don't want me to open it. Yes, please tell Chad and Sarah I sent you. Because, I mean, if you're already going to be there anyway, still tell them I sent you. It's fun like that. Oh my god, it smells so good. Get lost. Mmm. That seems mild compared to the Scotch now. They were both around the same price, but yeah, proof. But that drink's much smoother and less punchy. It's a great shot. Clarify. I'll put it away. You'd love to see it? Okay. I had a feeling it'd be that way, but I don't. Like I said, I don't like open people's stuff. There's no label or anything. This is where I drop the bottle and it breaks. It's a nice color. Look at that. Isn't technology great? You can see your bottle before you actually have it in your hands or are able to open it. Come on, you! Do it! Camera. Camera. There we go. All particular. Stop it. Me and my shakiness. Whiskey Mentors QSO1. The smoking gun. I can't read the bottom. Oh, there's actually notes on it. So I'm not going to show you that. Very tiny print. So you also very likely couldn't see it anyway. But yeah, this is again a Whiskey Mentors pick. Irene Tan. You should look into that. I'm not going to say she's a big deal in the whiskey tribe world. There you go. There's light. So look forward to that, Mr. Great Shot. Again, I'm actually hand-delivering that one. Muling the smoking gun. Oh, barbecue. Yeah. Look like barbecue. It was not cheap, too. I know how much you paid for it. It was ridiculous. However, you have to remember that it's an old particular pick. Barrel pick. Which is a rarity in my mind. I don't know if that's a regular thing, but it seemed like a surprise to me. It's like, really? Barrel pick from that? What the heck? I didn't think that was possible. 2 minutes left, folks. Don't forget, it's Bourbon Nights doing a thing. Celebrating. I always like it when people are celebrating. And I think the idea for their stream tonight is Sarah's going to pick whatever she wants. And I think that's fun, because she can do something really expensive or just something she really likes. Or something she hasn't had in a while. So I'm curious to see where she's going to go for celebratory beverage. I know my brain is like, here, what do you want to buy for your celebration? I'm like, I don't know. Something good? It's birthdays, holidays, that kind of thing. Celebratory, like this. I should buy a bottle for the channelversary, right? I have absolutely no idea what to get unless I could find that silly Maker's bottle. And then I have an excuse to do that. But I haven't seen it. I haven't looked. We'll see. Pulls out some Bunnahabhain. Oh, please, I hope she gets some scotch that Chad doesn't like. That'd be hilarious. Why is it we like to watch people suffer? It's not a good thing. Oh, thank you for the little heart things. I kind of forget those are there. Maybe I didn't see it. But those are always cool. And again, before I forget, like I said, I do at the beginning and the end. If you haven't liked or subbed, please do. Again, I really appreciate any subscribers because I know what I'm asking for is your attention. And that is a commodity these days with so many god-awful distractions. He says that being distracted by everything all the time. Although I will tell you an accomplishment. I cleaned my bathroom sink today. Or I cleaned the drain. It was gross. But now it's nice and clear. I'm an adult. I did a thing. I'm a mechanic now. No, wait, a plumber. Yeah. So that was my accomplishment for the whole weekend is that. Now my drain will drain properly. That was a random shift, wasn't it? With that, though, 8 o'clock. It's Bourbon Nights going live. I'll see you there. Moderating-ish. So, What do I say usually? Hold on. Well, there you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Bye. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.